Hey, BookTube! Today I'm going to be doing what I read this week, uh, what I'm reading now, and what I will be reading this week. So, let's get started. So, for those of you, I don't know if I said this before, but I made some like really giant TBR for September, and then immediately proceeded to read like 5 books that weren't on my TBR. So I know I'm pretty awesome there, but you're just gonna have to deal for a minute. So the first book I read was, and I did a video on these yesterday, but The Rats by James Herbert. Awesome. I gave it 5 stars. Uh-oh. And then Lair, which is the second in the Rats books. I gave that 4 stars. And then Domain by James Herbert, the third Rats book, I gave that 4 stars. And then the graphic novel James Herbert's The City. And I gave this 3 stars, and it's honestly just because of how little story there is in it. But I highly, highly, highly recommend all 4 of these books. This one I got on archive.org, but don't read this until you've read the other ones. I think, anyway. So, that's that. Let's see, what else did I do? I read... Aha. Come on. I read Rosemary's Baby. I think I said that before. I don't know if I did. But I'm going to be doing a video. I might do it today just to get it over with, so I could get back to reading Agatha Christie books. But The Exorcist, I read this. Both of The Exorcist and Rosemary's Baby, I gave 5 stars to. I've had a really awesome time reading. So that's been really, really fun. And I'm going to do a video that's like Rosemary's Baby versus The Exorcist book and movie. And kind of go over that because, like, I grew up watching The Exorcist. Like, that was like a huge deal for like my household. Like, The Exorcist was like, you're going to go to hell if you watch The Exorcist. Which is kind of funny. But anyway, so I also started the audiobook Dune by Frank Herbert. My dad had all of the hardcovers of these, like the first edition hardcovers, and just loved, loved, loved them. And I never read them. But I don't know. Like, I don't really like talking about my dad too much for some reason all of a sudden. But anyway, so Dune, I was listening to the audiobook of it, and I didn't get that far into it. And I decided that I probably want to just read it. I don't know if it's the narrator or what, but like, I'm just really not digging. I'm not liking it, really. So, I think it's the narrator. So I'm going to go ahead and probably stop the audiobook and then pick up a paperback of this and read it. So that's that. Let's see, what else do we got here? Today, is that all? I think that's all. Yeah, we'll assume. I started Endless Night this morning. Besides this being like the scariest book cover that ever existed, I've been leaving it in random places in the house so Zoe will find it. And then she like freaks out and screams because that right there is Zoe's worst nightmare. She's terrified of creepy old ladies that come up to her when she's asleep or in bed or something like that. And any movie that has a scary old lady in it, she loses her shit. What was that? We watched the BBC version of Woman in Black, and she's like, she watches it all the time, but like can't watch it because it scares the shit out of her. But she was just like, that movie, the BBC version of it is dark as shit, and it's really kind of scary. But yeah, like old ladies do not sit well with her, like scary old ladies. So yeah. So I've just been like putting this, like I put it on the end table next to the couch and she freaked out. I put it up on the bar so she would see it and she freaked out. So I might put it under the bedspread, the duvet on her pillow. So when she gets in bed, she'll like pull it up and see it because I'm kind of a dick and I think that would be funny. So there's that. And by the way, I'm liking this. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. It starts off with this like warning from a gypsy, like this land has a gypsy curse on it or whatever. And then from that, it goes into like this whirlwind romance of these two people, and they're where I'm at in the book. They're about to move in on the property, and I don't know, like I'm enjoying it, but it's not what I thought, and so I don't know if it's like gonna like kick into some other crazy gear, because like right now it's just about a guy who grew up poor who married a girl with money, and the family upset about it kind of thing. Then I'm going to read Funerals Are Fatal with this great cover. It's a Poirot mystery. This was originally called After the Funeral. So there's that. And then I have this awesome little pocketbook edition of Hickory Dickory Death. I believe this is the same book as Hickory Dickory Dock. It doesn't say it in here, but I can't imagine that they would, that she would write a book called Hickory Dickory Dock and then go, ooh, Hickory Dickory Death. This is Hickory and Dickory. This is awesome. But yeah, it doesn't say what it was previously published as. So, or maybe Hickory Dickory Dock was previously published as this. I don't know. But I really, really love this little book. It's so amazing. And then I'm gonna end it with a Halloween party, which I'm super excited about. These three are all Poirot. Zoe gives me shit about that all the time. Anyway, yeah, so those are what I'm reading, what I read this week and this weekend. And then I'm going to be doing Sci-Fi September starting Monday. So I will do my Sci-Fi September books for that. So other than that, that's it. Oh, there was one more. No, I'll do another video for it. So until next time, everybody, happy Agathon. Let's get cozy. Dooba 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 doo wop.